Wow, that's quite a long solution for such a simple answer. Now let's try a more challenging question. I know you hate fractions, but we don't have a choice. We have to try it. Say f of x equals 5x plus 3 divided by or over 7x minus 1. Okay, so the same thing that we did earlier, kunin muna natin yung f of x plus h. So, f of x plus h. Papalitan lahat ng variable x ng x plus h. Okay, now we have to simplify it. F of x plus h is equal to 5x plus 5h plus 3. What I did was I distributed 5 to both x and h. So all over, do the same in the denominator. 7x plus 7h minus 1. Now we could not simplify it further. So now that we have f of x plus h, we can now get the derivative of f of x by substituting these to our formula. So let's move it to another page. We have here the derivative of f of x is equal to the limit of f of x plus h. That means this whole thing here we'll have to copy. So that is minus f of x. So that is all over h as h approaches 0. So the same way as what we have been doing on the previous examples, we will have to simplify the numerator first. So ibig sabihin, kailangan marunong tayo ng operations on fractions. So ang gagawin natin, we will have to simplify this whole expression here into one fraction. Kunyari, meron tayong scratch paper. So, kasi mukhang hindi magkakasya dito yon. Gawin natin itong numerator na to. So, equal to, get the LCD. So, since there are no common factors on the denominator, ibig sabihin, silang dalawa yung magiging LCD natin. So, that would be 7x plus 7h minus 1, and then the other one will be 7x minus 1. So what we'll do is we have to make sure that this one will be converted into a fraction with this denominator the same way as the second term here. So, ibig sabihin, copy ko muna to. That will be 5x plus 5h plus 3. And then, as you could see, wala namang times 7x minus 1. So, what we do is, we multiply it also on the numerator. So, we will have times 7x minus 1. Okay? So, why did I multiply it with 7x minus 1? Para kapag kinancel ko tong part na to, anong mangyayari? Magiging magkapareho na sa original fraction natin. Okay? So, now, let's do the same thing sa second fraction. So, minus, lagyan natin ng parenthesis, 5x plus 3. And then, as you could see, 5x plus 3, ang denominator lang niya, 7x minus 1. But this time, dapat ito yung denominator. And we multiplied it with this expression here. So, what we'll do is, we multiply that as well on the numerator. So, 7x plus 7h minus 1. Okay? So, saan nang galing yan? This is subtraction of dissimilar fractions. So, kailangan i-review natin kung paano mag-minus ng fractions na magkaiba yung denominator. Okay? Now, what we'll do is, we have to simplify the numerator. So, simplify natin yan. So, paano natin gagawin yon? What we'll do is, we will distribute 5x to 7x minus 1. So, 5x times 7x magiging 35x squared. And then, 5x times negative 1 magiging negative 5x. So, tapos na tayo sa 5x. This time, ang i-distribute naman natin ay yung 5h. So, 5h times 7x, that will give us 35xh. And then, 5h times negative 1, it will give us negative 5h. And then, lastly, we will distribute 3 to both of them again. So, this will give us 21x minus 3. So, tapos na tayo sa first, meron pang pangalawa. So, don't forget to put the negative and parenthesis. So, multiply natin yung 5x to all of these. So, this will give us 35x squared. 5x times 7h, that will give us 35xh. And then, 5x times negative 1, that's negative 5x. 3 times 7x, that is 21x. 3 times 7h, that's 21h. And 3 times negative 1, that is negative 3. And then, all over, pwede natin itong i-multiply or kahit retain muna natin siya na nakaganyan. 7x plus 7h minus 1 times 7x minus 1. Then what we'll do after is we will have to distribute the negative to all of this. And if there are similar terms, just combine them. So we will get, so kinakopy ko lang muna lahat. And then distribute the negative. So, negative 35x squared. Basically, papalitan mo lang lahat ng signs nila, yung mga nasa loob ng parenthesis, into its opposite sign. So, negative 35xh, positive 5x, negative 21x, negative 21h plus 3, and then all over. And then from there, gawin natin ay combine like terms. So 35x squared, and negative 35x squared magiging 0. Negative 5x, tsaka positive 5x, magiging 0 ulit. We have 35xh and negative 35xh, magzi-0 ulit. Negative 5h, wala siyang kapareho. So, let's just copy that. Negative 5h. And then, we have positive 21x, positive 21x, may negative 21x tayo dito, so that's 0. And then, si negative 3, then positive 3. That will give us a 0. And then, lastly, meron pa pala tayong hindi napansin kanina na negative 21h. All over, which is equal to, so negative 5h minus 21h, that will give us negative 26h all over 7x plus 7h minus 1 times 7x minus 1. So, anong ibig sabihin nun? Ibig sabihin nun, this whole thing here is equal to the numerator here. So, magiging equal to the limit. Huwag kakalimutang ilagay yung limit. So, itong lahat ng to is just equal to this. So, negative 26h all over 7x plus 7h minus 1 times 7x minus 1. Tapos, all over h as h approaches 0. But of course, if I immediately evaluate this, I will still get a 0 in the denominator. And the numerator will also be 0, so 0 over 0 pa rin siya. So what I'll do is I'll have to simplify this again. We will have this one here is just the same as the derivative of f of x equals, para lang siyang the limit of, always remember the fraction bar is the same as division. So, ibig sabihin, I could just apply the rule of division on fractions. So, we copy the numerator. So, copy times the reciprocal of the denominator. So, reciprocal of h is 1 over h. Again, ibig sabihin, kailangan marunong tayo ng operations on fractions. So, h approaches 0. And then from there, we multiply this and we can cancel common factors. So, cancel common. So, ang common natin, parehong may h. So, h, common factors. And then, we will get now that we have simplified the expression here, we can now evaluate the limit. So, evaluating the limit will give us derivative of f of x equals negative 26 all over 7x plus 7 times 0 minus 1 times 7x minus 1. And then from there, we can have negative 26 all over, simplifying this, we will get 7x minus 1 times 7x minus 1. We could rewrite this as negative 26 all over 7x minus 1 squared. This could be our final answer, or you could also opt to simplify the denominator. So if you chose to simplify the denominator, we can get negative 26 all over. So doing the FOIL method, we will get 49x squared minus 14x plus 1. And this will be our final answer for finding the derivative of 5x plus 3 over 7x minus 1. If you have any questions, please feel free to send me a message via Neo. And also, after this video, please log into your NEO account if you have not logged in yet. Then go to differentiating functions using limits to answer the assessment. Or you could also scan the QR code on your module. Please read the instructions carefully and you have unlimited tries for this assessment. Good luck, happy learning, and see you again on our next lesson.